Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to the Gray Situations Podcast, a podcast where a group of completely and totally qualified individuals talk about issues that they have all the necessary credentials to claim that they are experts in. I am Cameron.
I'm Eric.
I'm Laru.
I'm Ace.
I'm Felix.
As always, we're going to be going over a couple hypothetical situations, and today's global issue is going to be radioactive fallout. Cheery. So I guess I'm going to go first with the hypothetical situation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all see Man of Steel?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
2013 Superman movie that was very well received by the general public.
Mhm.
Yes.
Just specifying.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
So you know how there's that scene in it where he's like, Zod's like shooting the lasers out of his eyes, right? And he's like twisting his head like a Tylenol bottle, and he's trying to stop him from lasering this one family. And eventually he just breaks Zod's neck, right?
Mhm.
So if you had one connection to your homeland, let's say hypothetically, you're an alien, and the last connection that you have to your now defunct and deceased homeland has just made landing on Earth, and he is violent, and he is extremely, extremely mean, and he's going to kill some of your new friends. Do you stop him lethally? If that was your only choice, would you stop him lethally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd stop him.
Wait, what do you mean
Really?
by legally?
Lethally, I said.
Oh, lethally.
Like I'm
He's
just
gonna
saying, if
kill
you,
people.
but if the only link to your home, like say it's a family member, right?
So like he's the last family member,
Yeah,
but he's killing people.
but he's killing people.
Yeah, so we gotta take care of him before he kills people. Like even if he's your brother but he's a murderer, like you have to stop him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Plus, like, Clark
Yeah,
Kent was
he's
raised on
gonna
Earth for like his whole life. He doesn't know anything about
It's for the greater good.
yeah, it's
the
for the
greater good.
he's gotta go, man. Like we can't be sacrificing lives for your brother, you know?
Who was
Right,
definitely
sweet.
gonna
You got
kill
through that
people.
one. Yeah, he is. If it's Michael Shannon from that movie, then he definitely is. Have you seen his like eyes? My man's unhinged.
Yeah.
All right, that was quick. Let's move on, Eric.
Okay. So mine is a person went to jail for killing like 20 people brutally. But then they
Is
get
it
hit on
Michael
the
Shannon?
head and then they suffer from amnesia, forgetting everything that they were and have done. So in this case, should the person be set free, stay in prison, or be executed?
First of all, amnesia is fake.
What?
No,
I'd probably keep them there.
Like keep him in the prison?
Like, if he has amnesia, he's not gonna remember that he was ever outside of prison.
that is true.
What? You want him to think
Oh,
that
that's
life is
so
just in prison?
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
So
You're
this is
gonna.
Well, we
Um,
would first
allegory
It's
have to
like
of
see,
dog
like,
life.
maybe,
tooth.
does he show murderous, like, personality traits?
Like study him.
Because like if
He
you have amnesia and you
could, but
forget
he
what you did,
forgot. Yeah, he forgot what he did, and he doesn't
Like,
know that he did anything.
and forgot himself?
Like, does he
Like
know
his
that
yeah, but
the
like
personality?
outside world
he
Yeah,
exists?
just he could
that's what
just be a
happens.
murderous person.
Like naturally. So do you think some people are
Yeah.
just born with like murderous pursuits?
No, I mean like, cause did he forget everything or is it
Yes,
partial?
that's amnesia.
Like,
Everything.
Like just everything in his life is he forgot.
Yes.
Because like
again,
if he was
forgot
raised
he's
in like a
outside.
murderous environment, you know.
I mean, he's in prison, so like he's not in a great environment to be raised again.
Yeah, that too.
Exactly. So
I mean,
should he be set free then?
I would
Mental
say like
institute.
Yeah,
probably
I'd
kept
say
under
put him in a,
watch.
Mental
How
institute.
immediately do we do this, though? I kind of want to make sure the guy's not like, Pink,
Yeah.
oh, I hit my head really hard. What murders? Haha. Like, I want to
Alright,
make sure
but
he's
it's
not
like
faking
for it's like
first.
for sure that he has
Okay.
amnesia.
Yeah, for me, I think it would be better not to put him in jail and put him in a mental institute instead.
Folks,
So what about like all those 20 people that he killed? How are
he
they
doesn't
gonna
remember
feel?
them.
And their family.
Their family would
Wait.
not
Well,
agree
if
with
he-
this.
Yeah,
If he forgot all
They
of them,
would-
then they also forgot about him.
No, that's not.
No, no.
That's exactly
That's like
how
if
it works.
that's like playing hide and seek and standing right behind the guy who's counting and then covering your eyes. Like if I can't see you, you can't see me.
Well, then,
So we
So-
let him go.
let them
Not
let him
mental
go.
institute.
yeah,
A mental institute.
How
family
are
members
mental
would be
institution be
really
better?
pissed.
Yeah, mental institutes aren't exactly known for their
Yeah,
quality of
isn't it,
life.
like,
it's
Worse?
basically like a prison, but worse. Not worse. Like I don't really know. It's
mean, like,
similar to a
legally-
prison.
You'd probably still go to prison, right?
I don't know if there's like an
Um,
amnesia clause.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but legally, yeah, I think you have to serve your sentence still, even though the person has no idea what he did.
If they get like a changed
It's like how-
personality syndrome, are they still, like they still have to like follow the same?
Yeah, are they still the same person? Like, do they still have the same? I think we covered this already, but do they still have the same like, wah, stabby tendencies?
I don't know.
I think one
None
of
of
them
us
was
take psych.
like in Split, right? Like if the guy in Split, the movie starring James McAvoy, like if he just got stuck in one personality, McAvoy, if he just got stuck in one personality, like obviously, like if they knew that he was stuck in this personality forever, could he still be charged for like crimes that?
I think
his
there's
other
a thing
personalities
where you're not forgiven if you have mental problems. Like, I don't know what the laws are, but you're still responsible even if you blame it on your mental problems.
But like, what do you mean you? Like it's not him anymore. It's somebody else.
But like, it's
Well,
still
but
like the
this
same
is the amnesia
person.
is still fundamentally the same guy. Yeah.
Fundamentally.
Fundamentally. Like the body does not change. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what we do in the mental institute. We put a series of small defenseless creatures in front of him. And we leave him in a room with them for about 2 hours. If he kills them, that means he's no different, and we keep him there. This is how diagnostic work is done.
Only 2 hours.
2 hours. That's yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you can
It's about
stay
the length
still
of
and
Spirited
not
Away.
kill for 2 hours, you win.
Well, no, but it's like a
People
series
are
of
set
tests.
free.
This is the 2 hour
So it's
no
like-
kill test versus the 3 hour no kill test.
Does it display a significant difference? Charted. I don't know. This good one, Eric. This one's weird.
I feel like maybe the guy shouldn't go to prison, but from the family members and related people perspective that like had their friends or family killed, then they would probably still want the guy in prison.
That's a good take.
I think they
Means
would
you don't
probably
have
want
to
him
make
to
that
be
decision.
executed.
Yeah.
Like,
I would say if
when does
he
this-
truly doesn't remember,
when does this amnesia happen? Like, because how long does it take to be put under the death penalty?
I don't know the specifics.
I don't either.
All right, cool. Do you want to move on or keep going?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we should all give a definitive answer.
Mental institution.
Same.
I would
I'd
say
say
just-
put him in a mental place.
Mental institute.
Mental institution.
Do not.
Well, wait. But will you explain to him what he has done before?
That'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it?
Like,
Hey,
if you
man,
say
listen,
that, I think that
like-
would traumatize the guy.
But then
Like,
why
I know
would-
you
why
don't
else would he
remember
be in a
doing this, but you
mental
pulled
institution?
somebody's throat out through their nostrils, like with your bare hands. It was kind of tight.
What if
Yeah,
he
they-
remembers his intention on doing on murdering all those people?
yeah, like what?
And he finds out, he's like, "Oh, nice, I already did it."
Oh, God.
He like resets to the planning phase.
Like you
It's
tell
like
him, it's like,
every
wait, I already did that? Oh, that's great.
every day he
Plans
works
a
at the
better one.
7-Eleven, the Wednesday shift.
I've been wanting
He
to do
goes
that for
to-
years, man.
Like, it was so annoying. It gave me enough ice in my slushy.
Okay, so mental institution, and then explain to him.
Make sure he's good, and then explain to him.
Right. Yeah.
But like one of them good mental institutions, you know?
I mean, ideally, yeah,
Yeah.
but that's probably not going
My
to happen
house.
because the
Yeah.
people around him aren't going to forget.
Yeah. All right, cheery topic, guys. Laura, what's your?
All right. I think this one will be have a lot of arguments.
Mm.
So there's a guy that's allergic to onions, and so he goes to a restaurant and orders a burger, but he tells the waiter no onions, right? And he stresses it very well to the waiter not to put any onions, otherwise he'll die. And so the waiter tells the cook, no onions, the customer is allergic. And then, but the waiter says it in a way that's not super serious. And so then the cook forgets. The cook forgets to take out the onions. And so now the waiter brings the burger to the allergic guy, and then the allergic guy doesn't check the burger and he eats it and he dies.
This is on the allergic guy. He should have checked
So
it.
whose fault is it?
I think
Who's
Like-
or who's the
it's-
most at
it's
fault?
Like, I think it's the chef's fault.
yeah, I mean, mostly the chef's fault,
Yeah.
but like the
Yeah,
onion guy
like
should have checked.
Yeah, the onion guy should like if you're gonna die from eating onions from a burger, you should definitely check.
Why are you going out to eat at a restaurant? Why are you ordering
Well,
a
what if-
burger?
What if the chef was like super busy and like was confused and stuff? And why didn't
But, like,
why didn't the
It could just be
waiter?
an accident.
Yeah.
Like people forget things, especially in a super busy environment. People forget things.
Yeah,
I'd say
it's when you're chefing, it's like you're on robot motion. If somebody tells you to do like a recipe, you just do it.
I'm pretty sure like restaurants are pretty like cautious on allergies, right? Because they
Yeah, but,
know
like, But that's not the
that they
point,
can
though.
sue the restaurant. So I'm pretty sure
Well,
like
he's dead. How is he going to sue the restaurant?
yeah. Yeah, but his family can sue the restaurant.
how
No
but
one
the
can
thing
sue
is
them.
like, how does a guy, right? You have a fatal allergy to this thing, and you don't at least check the burger before you eat it. Like onions are super easy to spot on the burger.
Well, he
Like
did.
Wisconsin
He would-
He
onions.
did like
Wait,
stress
he-
very heavily in the beginning.
He bit into it, tasted onions, chewed and swallowed.
Yeah, he didn't check. So
My man's taste buds don't work then. He's one of them people who ate too many sour candies as a child.
Like eating rice.
I don't know. I think it's the farmer's fault.
farmer.
The farmer who grew the onions.
Yeah, the
No.
farmer should have known.
Sue the farmer for
Yeah.
growing onions.
Yeah. So is it?
This onion
That's why it's
killed
confusing.
my father.
Who's the like? Obviously, like everyone has some fault, but
Except the waiter.
who's the most?
Yeah,
Why?
I think
The
the waiter
waiter-
did a
waiter,
good
like-
job.
But the waiter didn't like stress it. She just said it like, no onions. This guy's allergic. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
She just the waiter still said it. The chef should have been listening.
Yeah. Or it should have been like maybe written down like on the paper, however they order. Like, yeah.
Because he straight up just didn't do it
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like the onion guy should know just to
Yeah.
check anyway, just in case.
I'm
It's his
inclined to
life.
blame the onion guy. Like, chefs
But
are
the
working
onion
in
guy-
such stressful environments
But
that
the
it's easy
onion
to
guy,
forget.
like in the beginning, at least did his part to stress that he's allergic.
I don't. It's just like if you have your life on the line for a burger. I think logically speaking, you would check every time before you eat it. But this
Risking
time
it
he
all.
just happens to not do it. He's like, okay, I'm gonna risk my life to eat this
Risking it all for a
burger
taste of
like
that
5
good
seconds
burg.
earlier. To eat it 5 seconds earlier.
He was so hungry, man.
Still don't think you should blame the guy. I think the chef messed up.
Thing is, though, if you blame the chef, it's gonna ruin his life.
He
Yeah,
ruined the onion
so
guy's life.
you,
I mean,
you literally killed.
For like such a tiny mistake, but the onion guy like full well knows the consequence. Because from the chef's perspective, it's not that serious of an allergy because the waiter kind of played it off, right? So to the
Yeah, that's
chef,
probably what made him forget.
yeah, that's probably what made him forget. So I think it's because the waiter is partially to blame for the chef's mistake. I feel like the bigger mistake was made by the guy.
Okay, first off, if the waiter doesn't write down the allergy down, I don't think that's a good restaurant to go to.
that's true.
Yeah,
If
that's
everything's
true.
just done by verbally, everyone's
it's
gonna be
kind of
forgetting everything.
yeah.
I guess in that case, I think the waiter's to blame. The waiter should have written it down or emphasized it more instead of saying like,
If a
"Oh yeah,
man
this guy
looks you
has allergy."
directly in the eyes,
See
completely
how
serious, and
confusing
goes,
this is?
"If you give me
It keeps
give
getting
me any
shifted to
onions, I
different
will
people.
die."
Like the
I think you should
waiter
blame the
could have
restaurant.
the waiter could have done a better job, but it wasn't ultimately their fault.
It's
I think-
everybody's fault,
I
just
think
like
the
Afghanistan.
restaurant should have trained the waiter and the chef better and had a better system.
So it's the
onion guy
manager's
should have
fault.
trained the onion guy should have
Yes.
trained the waiter better.
No, not the onion guy.
The onion guy trains the waiter better because he died.
I mean, if it was so serious, he probably would have checked. So I mean, it does. Why can't they just share the blame?
You
Well,
want to
they
put
do-
everyone
they
in
do share
jail
it.
instead of one
They
person?
do. The
Just
point
like-
is not who's the one to blame. It's who's to blame the most.
They both are to blame the most.
It's no. All of them are to blame the most. No, you can't do that.
No, I'm sticking with the chef.
All right.
All right, Ace, you wanna
Okay,
go?
so mine's pretty simple. So like let's say you're walking behind somebody, right, and they drop their wallet, and of course you'd say, "Oh, you dropped your wallet. Here you go," and you give them, right? You give them the wallet. But at what point, how far away do they have to be where you don't say anything?
I think it depends
Oh.
less on the distance compared
Far
to
away enough
how
that they
much
can't
is in
see
the
me,
wallet.
so that I can just take it.
You're gonna take a peek and then decide whether you're gonna
Like if it's
give it back
if the
or
wallet
not.
has like $40, dude, you're not gonna risk
Imagine you're in China
anything
and
to
everyone
get
has WeChat Pay.
$40. What?
Imagine there's no cash. It's just like a wallet that has like pictures of his children or something.
Why are you appealing to pathos here?
It's like why would you take a wallet with someone else's children's pictures?
No, the point is like isn't do you take the wallet? It's like do you tell them they dropped it?
I think it also depends on the person's financial situation. Like
It's just some
for
guy.
both people.
It's just okay. It's you, and it's just some guy who he's not wearing like awful clothes. He's not wearing fancy clothes. He's just wearing regular clothes.
Okay, so just some
What's-
regular guy.
It's just some
He
guy.
could be a crypto billionaire. He could be a
He-
crypto
He
billionaire.
could be a crypto.
Yeah, what
billionaire,
if
you
he's
don't
like a
know.
billionaire? He doesn't need the money in
But
the
the odds
wallet.
of that, the point isn't that there's money. It's just like he dropped something, and
He's
I think
sprinting away from
to
the
be
subway
really far
station with
away.
a normally dressed Elon Musk's wallet.
Because it does depend. Because what if the guy who picks up the wallet is like in a really bad situation and he has like a bunch of children he needs to feed and he's gonna have to sell the house to like do
Again,
something and
there's
then
no money in the wallet.
oh there's no
You
money.
ask him.
No,
I
it's
think
just
even no. I think even if you're poor, you should just still be a good guy and return the wallet. The money isn't yours.
well, I
Yeah.
mean, we're not finders keepers though.
Yo. No.
No.
I mean-
Hold on.
Like
Okay,
what if
so then let
what
me
if the
change
guy's
the
super rich
situation
though?
then. Just talk
You
about this
ask
instead.
him. You ask him if he minds if you take it.
Hey, are you gonna keep
I
this?
think most people would decline some random guy asking if you can borrow like $1,000.
Who keeps that much cash in their wallet though?
I'm just giving like an example.
So just how far away would they have to be for you not to say anything?
I mean, really far. Like if
how
I can
far is
just
really
yell
far?
at them, it would be pretty far.
Like you can yell at some stranger like, "Hey, you dropped your stuff."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
pretty nice.
what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't.
dude, you dropped your wallet. What?
Okay, what if it's just
Yeah,
like
it de-
something out of their pocket? You don't know what it is. It could be valuable. It might not be valuable.
If it's like a mento, I'm not gonna tell them.
Hey man, you dropped your mento. I know this must be
Well,
really
yeah, but, like
important
something
to
that
you.
looks important, maybe.
Yeah.
Like that
Not
Mentos
a
was
Mentos.
given by his like dying grandfather.
He's carrying just an empty, like a unwrapped Mento in his pocket for 12 years.
I think no matter what's in the wallet,
Good luck to him.
first of all, you shouldn't be like checking beforehand. You should just call.
Yeah, I don't know why they instantly
Just
went
yell
into
them.
trying to check what's in the wallet. The point of this is like, how far away would you tell somebody?
Sorry, the grind has
If it-
poisoned our
no.
minds.
If
I
it's
wouldn't
how
even pick
far
it
away
up.
should you tell the guy? Like
Yeah.
you're gonna tell the guy like no matter what the distance. Well, if they're like
Yeah, the
super far away and you
was
can't get to them,
phrased weirdly. The question was phrased
'cause
weirdly. You were
for-
like,
for
"How
me, I
far
feel
away are
like
you going to tell him?"
there's no like other option. I feel like anyone would tell the guy and give the wallet back.
I doubt
But
it.
if there's more variables, I do. Why would you keep a wallet that
You're not
has
gonna
like?
keep it. You just see him drop it, and that's it. It's just on the floor.
Okay, so yeah, so you'll tell him. Like, why wouldn't you tell him? Just like,
When
yo,
you,
drop your wallet. Like,
when you say you, do you mean by like us? Like us?
Yeah.
Us five?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Then I
All
think
5 of
all
us
of us
find it at
will
once.
yeah.
will
Yeah,
just
but like, the question is,
tell
at
them.
what point would you not tell him?
Like what? What do you want?
If he's
Centimeters?
Elon Musk.
Meters?
Yeah, I mean, like for example, if I
Okay.
was walking across, like down the street, right, and I see across the street some guy drop something, I probably wouldn't say anything.
Is it a highway?
No, it's like just regular street. It's say 2 lanes or 4 lanes.
You mean you see it
You
across the
problem.
street?
Yeah, sure.
How would you
I thought you
notice that
meant,
in the
like-
first place?
I don't. Well, you
mean,
just
me-
do. Okay,
I
it doesn't
don't know.
matter. You just notice
If
it.
it's a wallet, then yeah, I would yell out to the person.
Yeah, because the wallet, like, that's gonna cost them a lot of trouble if they
Yeah,
if they
that's true.
can't pick that up.
Yeah.
It
So
also
we
kinda
give it
depends
back
on-
to him.
Yeah.
And like if it's a mento, I wouldn't say anything. If it's 2 mentos, I gotta tell
I
you.
gotta step in. If it's 3 completely worthless, I
What,
don't
a
say
Mento and
anything.
a half.
1/2 mento?
Then that's in just a mento and a half. That just go into completely different like moral debates. I don't want to get into that.
Who would cut a Mento in half though?
Yeah, that's weird. And it's not like bitten
Trash.
either. It's not like he
No, it's
bit
just
half
like-
a mento,
it's
put it back in his
perfectly cut in
pocket.
half.
He
It's like
sliced
the
it.
cleanest cut. The cleanest cut ever.
Also, how would you recognize a Mento from that far away?
Mento vision. He drops it. You're like, huh? Is that a mento? Your like eyes zoom in.
The guy has mento problems.
Yo.
Okay, so are we
Mentos.
agreeing that we'll just tell him anyways?
Yeah, it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter how far away he is, unless it's miles. And I don't know how.
Unless it's so far
So if
away,
you
you gotta
see
like run and catch up to him. And
So if you
something.
see it,
There are
and
certain-
they can somehow hear
Yeah.
you, then you're gonna say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are stretches of country where you can see somebody
Let me
like 2
change it up.
miles
Let me change
away.
it up a bit.
If you see
So-
somebody drop something in a completely flat prairie 2 miles away, do you scream?
How do
no,
you
no.
see the person drop something
Okay, so
2
let's say
miles away?
you're taking the metro or the bus, right? And
Uh-huh.
some guy steps on your foot and they don't apologize and it hurts. Like not a lot,
Kill
like
them.
it's annoying.
They
And then you
don't
see that same guy later
apologize.
drop his wallet. Do you say anything?
No.
Yes.
No, I go over there and I step on his foot. I see him drop his wallet and I go, "Hey man, you dropped this." And then I point down and when he looks down, I punch him in the nose and I walk away.
No, I think it would be better if you give it back to him, because then he's like, "Oh my God, this guy I stepped on is now giving
Or
my
he might not even
valuable
realize.
position."
Like, you probably didn't notice, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, cause did he not say sorry
This-
intentionally, or did he just not actually realize?
Imagine somebody
think-
steps on your foot while making direct eye contact with you and does not say sorry. Like,
Just stares at you.
My cousin did that once. It was really
Eyes.
annoying.
is your cousin dead now?
No,
You say that like he's passed and you were the main reason why.
it's just okay. So, like seriously, would you say anything?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
I would give it
like-
back.
Yeah.
Take $1 out of the wallet, give it back.
Service fee.
Yeah.
Service.
Service fee.
You want like a
This is a tip.
wallet taking up
Sir.
business.
I'll give you back your wallet as long as I can get all the money from it.
Minus
course.
$1.
All right. So are we agreeing that we'll give it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. That doesn't sound confident.
Shh.
Okay, so
All right.
one
Hit
day
it.
when you wake up, right? God appears in front of you, okay?
Whoa.
And
What?
then just
Fucking
wait,
wild
wait,
start.
wait.
All right.
And then he gives you two choices. One
Hi,
choice.
wait.
Okay,
You
so-
take the blue
just
Listen, no, I thought you were about to say he gives you $2.
No.
He gives you $2.
Sorry, continue.
So he wants you to help decide the fate of one person, like after they're born. So this person hasn't been
Okay.
born yet. So he says either the person lives a wonderful life, but towards the end of his life, like especially when he's about to die, he forgets everything and he only remembers like 1 hour, in total. So by the time he's like on his deathbed, all he remembers is what happened in the past hour. Compared to give this person a bad life full of tragedy, but their memory is completely fine. Which one do you
First of
pick?
all,
1 hour memory.
why
Yeah,
is
the one
God
memory.
coming to you?
Like
I
how long
wanna-
is a good life?
Okay, no, the thing is
Why
though,
is God entrusting me with this?
No,
What if
I
the
mean,
last
like-
hour was awesome?
Yeah, what if
So-
he went like go-karting?
Last hour.
the person, right, is basically if you give the person a wonderful life, but at the end of their life, all they remember is what happened in the past hour. They haven't lived a life. Like at
Yeah, they
that
have.
point, all they remember is what happened in the past hour, and they're just in the hospital.
But
So that's
that
their
past
entire
hour could have been
existence.
awesome.
Other people remember.
Yeah. Like if they had a wonderful life, they probably influenced a lot of other people.
That's just how like dementia
Mhm.
works.
What if Jim Carrey was there?
What?
What?
Jim Curry?
Like just in this corner? Is
That's
Jim
what he
Carrey
said.
God?
Last hour.
Is that
He
what
won't
you're?
know. He will forget who Jim Curry is.
Oh
Bruce
God, the
Almighty.
worst fate. Dude, imagine trying to watch movies with that person. They would forget Bruce Almighty.
Wait, okay. So if I change this up and instead you're choosing what your fate is gonna be next time you get reincarnated, which one would you still choose the 1 hour life?
Yes.
Would I
Yeah,
know?
Like at the end of your life, the only thing you know is that you have a memory problem and you lost like all your memory because the people tell you, and all you remember is what happened in the past hour before you die.
Strap
So,
fireworks to my
like-
boots,
so,
jump
like,
off a
okay, so
cliff, and
Felix,
kill myself before that
An
happens.
hour before he dies, he forgets everything.
No, like as he progresses through life, his memory gets worse, and then by the time he's about to die, all he remembers is what happens in the past hour.
That's just aging. Like, as he progresses through life, his
That's a
memory gets
lot
worse. That
worse
happens
than
to old
just
people.
aging.
This guy has a
What?
terrible life, or he gets older and experiences normal side effects of aging.
And
That is
sometimes
that
really
is so
bad
much worse
dementia.
than
Possible
just
side
aging.
effects.
What?
People,
Well,
as people
Possible.
get older, they do get like worse memories.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
don't forget everything. Like
Some
at
people
that point, he knows. Most people don't.
Yeah, but
Amnesia?
some
Then-
do.
You have to consider that at that point, right? Your entire existence is only what happened in the past hour. That's your whole life. Do you really want that?
I would rather have that than have a really crappy life.
Just an hour in a hospital bed compared to at least like
Why are you in the hospital?
something.
You don't need to be in the hospital.
Hey, you're gonna
In this
die.
sit-
Just go
let's say
have
in this
fun.
situation, your last hour is in the hospital, because that's probably where you are before your
Okay, well,
death.
have fun in the
I'm
hospital.
gonna go
I'm
with
sure there's a lot of
basketball.
It's only an
activities.
hour in the hospital. I think you probably, if you did lead a wonderful life, you probably wouldn't be alone anyway. And like also,
But
are
then
you?
you don't know any of the people.
Well, they can tell you.
Hey,
You're
I'm your
not-
best friend from your entire life. And he's like, oh, okay, we're best friends.
Like you aren't incoherent, right? Like you can understand what they're saying perfectly, or is it just sound like gibberish to you?
Walk up to them and go, "Hey, you know Bruce Almighty?"
Like you forgot everything, so you probably forgot how to speak and like read and listen to your language as well. Like you forgot what English is.
I mean, then you wouldn't
Will
Then
care.
you
he
forgot
remember
what
like
that is.
Just like-
Vietnamese then?
Yeah.
Just in some place, just hanging out for like an hour and then you die.
Wow. Dude, I would not choose that at all. I would
would
go
choose
for the
that?
other one because
You'd go for like
at
a
Really?
least
terrible
like
life.
there's experience there. Because if I choose the other one,
Well,
my entire existence is just 1 hour of nothing. Like
well, it's a horrible
What if I
experience,
played
though.
basketball for the last hour of my life? That'd be awesome.
you wouldn't remember how to play basketball.
Someone could tell me. They could just tell me, let's play basketball, and we'll play basketball, and I die.
Wait.
Like, you can't even communicate with them because you forget language.
Normal
Also
fate.
watch
Play
them.
basketball and
Watch
die.
I'll watch people play basketball, and I'm
No,
like,
but-
yo, that
but
looks
you
sick.
don't
You see
I'm
some
you don't
nice dunk
understand
on
what the
you.
concept is. Like you don't understand what that is. Like what is that? Like what are they doing? Why are
okay,
they
I forgot how
throwing
to
this thing?
see and smell next. Okay, yeah, okay.
Wait, you
Damn.
can smell the basketball.
Yeah. The
Alright,
smell of that
well,
like treated
I guess-
rubber is really
I
great.
guess all of you agree with the
You know how
For
people
1
are
hour.
like just tend to like certain things. Yeah, man. I'll just look at basketball. I'm like, I'm gonna play some
Wait,
basketball,
so the
and I
question is
die.
more like, would you rather live for an hour and be old the entire time, or live like regular but have an awful time?
Just
Yes.
the worst time.
not like
Yes,
the
it's like
worst, but just
you're
like a
go- you're gonna-
bad
You're
You
gonna
have an
die
okay
anyway.
hour.
If
Versus
it's
like
literally
an
only the
hour
last.
it's an
compared to
okay
like
hour of like 70 years
Versus
of pain.
constant. Okay, listen.
It's
Yeah.
only
not like
it's only an
constant
hour.
tragedy. It's
Okay,
just
A
Larry,
fine
life.
hour, like okay, passable hour over 70 years of non-stop awful pain. You never win a single Fortnite match. You always drop your ice
You
cream
have the worst
cone
luck
up on the
possible for
pavement.
70 years.
Yeah, every time you flip a coin, you get the outcome wrong. It's terrible.
Or you live like an hour with some people who probably like you a lot.
Yeah.
You
Just
don't
a bunch
know
of
them.
friendly strangers whose faces you can't really
Like you don't
remember.
even
but they're-
know what friendliness is.
Well, you can
Well,
just
What does that
Okay,
mean?
I'm pretty sure that
You have no memory.
You would-
You're
you would
basically
keep
a
your
baby.
basic
You're basically
human-
like a newborn
people feel
at
like
that
even
age.
babies smile, you know, like they understand what happiness looks like.
yeah, they cry. It's not like they forgot what sad is.
Dude, I forgot how to be sad. Oh
It's
shit.
only 1 hour out of your entire life.
Guys, I just found the cure for depression. Just forget how to be sad. It's a
Yeah,
game
amnesia.
changer. I don't know.
I just 1 hour
Yeah.
Wow,
play basketball,
dude,
man.
holy crap! Wow. Okay.
Your life is terrible. Like, do you really want?
There's no way I would choose 1 hour of existence over, like, even if it's bad, right? At least I existed for, like, let's say 80 years.
But
No,
like,
I
I
there's
have
know, but
something.
the
like, but
1
there's
hour
no
thing.
way. There's no version of this where you come out on top, right? It's
No.
just it's all downhill.
Yeah, but like
So here
Yes.
you still
you're gonna
have
get
like
knifed in a back alley.
But think of this: if your life is so tragic, that means when you die, there's probably something tragic as well. Maybe when you die, like no one's gonna care enough to go see you, or
Yeah.
like no one's gonna remember you,
Yeah,
plus
that's
like
a
because
sad
that's
the
just
hour
part of
guy,
your life being
the hour
tragic,
one,
right?
you already had a good life and you did experience that stuff. You just forgot it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you
Plus,
And
people
people
will probably
say
be you there.
when you die, your brain produces a shit ton of like. Oh, sorry.
You just see
I
the
swore
when you die, you see the same hour over again, just loops.
yeah, dude, when you die, you just see like the memories of the past hours. That's all you see.
Well, no, but like people
Basketball.
say, it's just you die and you just hear like the squeak of shoes on
Michael
on the
Jordan.
court.
It's just
People say though
basketball.
that when you die, like a bunch of dopamine and stuff gets like pumped into your brain, so it's like a weird 7-minute like dream, and then you go out.
What? So you like to get high?
Yeah, I'm gonna try that out. Wait,
Yo, hold on.
Oh, wait.
The global issue.
Yeah,
you
let's
can.
move on to the.
All right. y'all know Fallout, right? Not like the video game series, but the
Yeah.
like the
No, I
concept
don't know
of
what
nuclear
Fallout is.
fallout.
Please explain it to me.
Okay, so do you want the plot of the game or the actual?
The actual.
Okay. Basically, when a nuclear thing happens, it can be a bomb or it can be a reactor meltdown. But when something happens in a non-zero number of radioactive materials gets out into the open, it causes basically any environment that it touches to become essentially unlivable. This happened in Hiroshima. This happened in Nagasaki. This happened in Chernobyl. Chernobyl's the big one that everybody knows. But
Don't
when
forget your toilet.
also my toilet, yeah. How'd you
Yeah.
know?
Heard it.
My condolences. Anyway, we're gonna take that, the concept of radioactive fallout, and we're gonna apply it to what it usually comes from, which is nuclear energy, one of the safest and most reliable sources of clean energy ever. Do you think it is worth it if another Chernobyl happens in the next 50 years for nuclear energy to continue to exist?
Yes.
Yeah,
like we know it's gonna
Yes.
happen.
you know for sure a nuclear facility will
Wait, this is
explode.
this is actually assuming that we know in 50 years there'll be another one.
Well, but it's like that's also what I think. Like
Or only
it's
the
worth it because
chances.
Chernobyl was such a freak accident.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah, like if
there
we
are
can,
there are other
'cause
options too.
by now nuclear energy is way safer. We have way better technology,
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
going to
so
get
it probably
better.
won't ever happen again. But
Both of mine
if
prompted
it's
police
if we
discussion.
just know it's gonna happen in 50 years exactly.
Yeah, specifically
You don't
from
know which
this
one,
day.
but like it's
March
gonna happen.
50 years,
You can't
March
control
20th,
it. It's just gonna happen.
somewhere in the world.
I mean, on the plus side, you'd have like
Well,
prep time.
But like
For
you
what?
can't prevent it, right? No matter what you do, you can't prevent it.
Who wins, nuclear fallout or Batman with prep time?
Because no, but okay, I'm about to bring this a bit off track, right?
Okay, that's
But
fine. I mean, the discussion wasn't going anywhere anyway.
but if
I'm
like
apparently really bad at
the
this.
fact that you know it's gonna happen, like that's not gonna change the timeline because that's like you knowing it's gonna happen already happen like exists, right? That you know that, but it's gonna happen anyways, no matter what you do, right? So you can't change anything.
Somebody watched Back to the Future once.
I actually didn't watch Back to the Future, the full
Yeah, I
movie.
can tell.
Yeah.
You don't have a nuanced understanding of temporal mechanics. In order to watch Back to the Future, that's what you need.
Okay.
So
So
like it's just gonna happen. So you can't do anything about it,
it,
really.
it's because
But here's the
whatever
thing, though,
you're
Felix. Here's the thing. You see, if you create more nuclear power stations, and you don't know which one's going to happen to. But now you have it more controlled.
No, but
But then you cause it.
Whatever you do leading up to that moment ultimately allows this nuclear explosion to happen.
yeah,
Because
but
That's how
whatever
it works in all
whatever
the
you do, it
movies.
leads up
if
to
there's
it.
10 nuclear power stations and right now, and you keep it like that, well, you know that one of those is going to blow up. It's much easier to take care of.
Yeah,
Versus,
but
like, if you
whatever
create
you do, it's gonna
1,000.
blow up anyways.
Yeah, but if you create
Because it's
1,000,
gonna blow up.
you don't know which one's going to blow up.
You not knowing which one's gonna blow up doesn't change the fact that it's gonna blow up.
Yeah, it's easier to take care of it when you know that it is going to blow up.
No,
I don't know what you're saying.
I'm gonna assume that you're saying it's easier to take care of like 10 nuclear power stations, is that right?
Yes.
Are they both
yes.
on like the wrong? What's going
But
on?
it doesn't
Yes.
matter.
Everyone's so
Because
laggy
it's
for
gonna
me.
blow up anyways.
You're
No
fine.
matter
I can
what
hear you
do,
fine.
No matter what you do, it leads up to that thing blowing up.
Yeah, I understand that part, but you know that there's only
I
10 to
don't
take
know
care
what
of.
you said.
There's only 10 to take care of.
Ace, the thing is though, right? There's only 10 to take care of, but no matter what, it blows up.
Yeah, but it's easier to take care
You
of 10 than it is to
you
take
see?
care of 1,000.
I don't know what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, so Felix, I'm saying there's 10 power stations, right? It's much easier and cheaper to watch all 10 power stations than if there were 1,000 power stations.
No, but it doesn't matter because look, it's like the that story of like this person trying to avoid death or whatever. Well, it's some story like I think Cameron told it in Lockdown, not in Lockdown, the Lock-In.
Lock in. Yeah.
It's like yeah, the guy knows that he's going to die in 12 hours or something like that. So he does every possible thing he can to prevent his own death. But ultimately, that leads up to him dying. Like it's already there. No matter what you do, it ultimately leads
Yeah,
up to that
Felix,
moment.
I know it's gonna blow up. I'm saying it's gonna blow up, and you don't know which one, right? So you know that one of them's gonna blow up, right?
Yes.
But you don't know which one.
Yes.
Yes, so there are 10 stations versus there are 1,000 stations.
But it doesn't matter because one's gonna blow up anyways.
I know, Felix, I know. I'm saying it's easier to take care of
So
the
I
10
don't get your
stations.
point then. I don't get your point. I don't understand your point.
Okay, so you have
because one of
a
them's gonna
set
blow up.
amount of money to take care of this explosion. You know what's gonna happen. So you can reinforce all 10 with more money than you can reinforce 1,000, right?
So you're saying you're trying to minimize the explosion
No,
and the
I'm trying
damage.
to. Well, kind of. It's like you know that one of these 10 will explode, and it's much easier to guess which one it is going to be, and it's much easier to pile resources for these 10 versus these 1,000.
Well,
How
I
are we
doubt
just
like
one?
but the world doesn't have 10 nuclear reactors.
Yeah, but there'd be more than there is now if they like really went into it.
I don't think you saying that one of them is eventually gonna blow up will change like governments and their decisions or whatever. They just hey, let's scrap all of our
Well, yeah, I mean, of course
nuclear
not, but it would
facilities
it would
and just
like
leave
make it
10.
safer.
So you want like to ask all of them to make it safer.
I I don't know, man. I just even okay, one's gonna blow up anyway, so it's still worth the risk. Just keep doing your nuclear
I still don't
power.
know what you're saying. Okay, so we all agree that we'll just continue doing nuclear power. Like
Yes,
no one's gonna
that's-
stop because one place
Yes.
explodes. Okay.
But you guys were getting into some weird stuff about like determinism.
I thought Ace was trying to say that you could prevent it or
No, you
something
couldn't
like
prevent
that.
it. It would just be easier to minimize the damage
You
after
see,
it
you
exploded.
see, the lag made it impossible for me to understand like what you were truly trying to say because all I heard over and over again was 10 station watch over something like that. So I thought
Okay. Okay.
Thank you for watching the Gray Situations podcast, where a group of totally unqualified individuals talk about a bunch of moral dilemmas. This is going to be the last episode in the series, and we had some insightful and intellectual conversations, totally, on this podcast series. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking your time, and this is going to be it.